Dune by Frank Herbert is a complex and epic science fiction novel set in the distant future, where noble families vie for control of planets in a harsh intergalactic empire. The story primarily takes place on the desert planet of Arrakis, which is also known as Dune. Arrakis is the only source of spice melange, a valuable substance that is essential for space travel, longevity, and psychic abilities, making it the most important planet in the universe. The novel begins with the House Atreides, led by Duke Leto Atreides, being given control of Arrakis by the Emperor. The Atreides family, including the Duke's son, Paul Atreides, and his concubine, Jessica, must navigate political intrigue and the complex dynamics of their new desert world. The previous rulers of Arrakis, House Harkonnen, led by the ruthless Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, resent losing control of the planet and scheme to regain it. Amidst these power struggles, Paul begins to exhibit strange and mysterious abilities. His mother, Jessica, is a member of the Bene Gesserit, a secretive sisterhood with extraordinary mental and physical powers, and she has trained Paul in some of their techniques. As Paul comes to terms with his growing powers, he begins to realize that he may be the Kwisatz Haderach, a prophesied messianic figure in Bene Gesserit lore who can bridge space and time with his mind. As the political tension escalates, the Atreides family is betrayed by the Emperor and House Harkonnen, leading to a devastating attack on the Atreides' stronghold. Duke Leto is killed, and Paul and his mother flee into the harsh desert. They are taken in by the Freemen, the native people of Arrakis who have adapted to the planet's extreme conditions. The Freemen are tough, survivalist people with a deep connection to the planet and a belief in a prophecy of a Messiah who will lead them to greatness. Paul begins to embrace his potential as the Freemen's long-awaited savior. He is also deeply affected by the influence of the spice, which enhances his abilities and expands his visions of the future. As Paul rises to power among the Freemen, he learns that their deep understanding of Arrakis and its environment, particularly the giant sandworms that produce the spice, makes them formidable allies. As the novel progresses, Paul's transformation from a young nobleman to a powerful, almost godlike leader takes center stage. He grapples with the moral and ethical implications of his newfound power, especially as he begins to realize that the future he is headed towards could lead to a violent and destructive jihad in his name. Despite these concerns, Paul becomes the central figure in a revolution against the Harkonnens and the Emperor. The book explores themes of politics, religion, ecology, and human nature. Herbert delves into the complexities of leadership, the dangers of messianic figures, and the interwoven relationships between religion and power. Dune also addresses environmental themes, particularly the impact of human activity on ecosystems. Arrakis itself, with its harsh desert environment, is a critical character in the story, and its natural resources, particularly the spice, are a driving force behind the conflict. The conclusion of Dune sees Paul defeating his enemies and taking control of Arrakis. However, his victory comes at a cost. He accepts the role of emperor but also understands the risks of using his powers for control. Paul's story is one of great triumph, but it is also a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power, religious fanaticism, and the consequences of attempting to control the future. Dune is widely regarded as one of the greatest science fiction novels of all time. It is the first book in a series that explores the intricate and far-reaching consequences of Paul Atreides' rise to power. Herbert's world-building, the philosophical and political depth of the story, and its exploration of the human condition make Dune a timeless and profound work.